Alright, take number 2. Take number 1 resulted in me finding the scheme that doesn't set up all the way. So I now know to make it pull out 5 citizens here. But anyway, I'm here to talk about the new feature that is the VP counter over here. This thing is pretty awesome. I just got through coding it and adding it in just a few minutes ago. What it does is, let's say you've been playing your game and you've been stacking up your VP and stuff, and this scheme says that these Jean Grey cards are basically Demon Goblin Queens, and they're equal to 4 victory points apiece. But you know, normally they're not worth any victory points because they don't go in your victory pile. But anyway, so they don't get to show off what happens to cards that don't have a known victory point value to this counter here. So that's pretty cool. And then let's just say we captured or we rescued like a bunch of these bystanders here. Cool. So now we finished our game and we want to count up our VP. So we take our VP counter here and we just simply put our cards on it and click the button. And then Iron Man shows up and shows us our total victory points here. And now any cards that it doesn't know the values of will get placed to the side. So currently we have this martial arts master here, which shouldn't be in here. It should actually be in our deck because that's one of those bystanders. And then this Jean Grey, and this Jean Grey is in here because of the scheme. So we know to add, and we only have 1, so we can bump this up to 20, and that's our total victory points. Now that's the basics of how this works. But there's some interesting behind the scenes things going on that you may want to know about. So the first up, if you close out of Iron Man here with this X button, it will reset the count to 0. So now if I take these off, it'll tell me there's no cards to count because there's no cards there. It'll show 0. So I'll close out of that and I'll put these cards back here. So I count this count the VP, and oh man, I forgot to turn the debug equal to false. Oh boy, I'll have to do that. That'll be like a hotfix, but that's not a big deal. It just flashes like a little white square there. It's not a huge. But anyway, so now if we don't close out of Iron Man and we click count VP again, it will actually add the total to this. So we'll click it again, it'll be 32 because it adds the total, you know, 16 to it again. Yeah, cool. So the next interesting thing is it is only visible to the player who clicks the button for the counter. Let me go ahead and copy and paste a couple of these out here. And it is copy pastable. That's another cool thing. So if you have multiple players, you can copy paste one for all the players. Now if I go to green, green here can't see the VP counter that's on white. White can still see it, but green cannot. And that's to help kind of like separate them up right now. In the future, I'm planning on adding a show all button to Iron Man. That way you can or show to all, I guess is a better way to put it. You can click on that show to all button and Iron Man will then be visible to everyone. So now let's say green has his victory points and he wants to count them up. He can count them up. He only has 6. That's fine and dandy. But you see, white still has 32. So what I'm trying to say is each of these images are independent of each other. But another really cool feature is, let's say you're playing multi-hand and you just want to know how many victory points all of your hands have made together cumulatively. Well, you can do that. So come here, you click count VP. We got the 4 from Jean Grey, so we bump it up to 20. Then we just click count VP on this one, and it goes up to 26. And then count VP on this one, it puts out Mirage because she doesn't know, and then it went up to 38. So now all of these hands together collectively have 38 victory points. So that's a kind of interesting feature. That just kind of happened. I didn't plan for that to happen, but it did. So there you go. And that's the victory point counter. I guess also the mastermind stuff, it will count these as well. So that's an extra 12 to this. So it should come out to what, 20, 34, 32? Yeah, 28, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they have 32 for the Jean Grey. So yeah, it's all there. And if it's not, then you can just manually add it fairly easily. I guess the last thing I'll go over here before I let you go, I was trying to not make this a super long video, is there's a finish text here on the counter. Currently it doesn't do anything. Like if you hover over it, it doesn't do anything. You can see the count VP actually has a button. In the future, this may do something. I don't know the exact logistics of it, but it's kind of like a placeholder for now, and I'm still working out how I'm gonna make it do what I want it to do. So kind of ignore that text, and I guess look forward to what feature that'll bring. So that's gonna be kind of fun. Alright, well, appreciate your time. Hope you get a lot of use out of this VP counter. I personally probably won't, but I know there's a lot of you out there that actually care about the VP values at the end of the game. So this is for you guys. Peace.